It's me again. So our first class retired, Bradley Bolden. Medically retired due to spinal cord injuries, nerve damage in my arms, degenerative disc disease, rated at 20% by the Army and the VA because they decided to call it degenerative disc disease. I've been fighting them since 2010 while I was still in the Army. And yet here I am still fighting. Still. For what? To prove that this is true? What's in my medical records? I've been denied on every level possible. I've been ignored on every level possible. I've written you, your White House numerous times, the VA Secretary numerous times, advocacy groups, even lawyers ran and don't want to take my case because it exposes the truth that this system here is corrupt as hell. You're not here for us. You guys are here to make money. And to hear the things you're saying about how great the VA is for us and how it's improved, or you don't want it to go to the outside, that makes you a liar. That makes you a murderer. Yeah, I'm going to say it. You see, because I have been pushed to that extent. For what? For keep going despite hurting my neck and back in '88? To keep going despite toe fractures, knees, fractured ribs? To keep going after the Army itself caused the injury to my spinal cord, and then more damage is found? Then it related to problems with vision and TBI. All of it is ignored. And somehow I'm cured. You know, I had a call from the undersecretary. I posted the video before this. He called me yesterday. Oh, well, you never applied for your spinal cord injuries. Saying they're crossed out on the paperwork that was sent. Well, I never did the paperwork. This is part of your system of taking care of us. They're going to list the operations, but don't list the reasons for them. They put, after years and years of being treated for this, I kept going. They put me on this traction machine because the Army decided they want to take it from me going 3 days a week to a Korean hospital to them treating with a specialist. Not a specialist, but an E4. And he don't know any better. I never was blaming him. I didn't blame him when it happened. But he put me on this traction machine for my original neck injury. By this time, my disc was so bad, I couldn't even wear Kevlar, couldn't carry weapons or anything on my back. I just happened to have jobs that I didn't have to do that. So he puts me on the machine, goes up and down, stretching my neck. Well, all of a sudden, bam, it's like a stab in the neck. My arms and hands were instantly numb. They still are. They took me off the machine, and then I went to see a specialist, their chief, and he ignored it. For 5 months, I tried to somehow get to see a doctor to see what's going on. Finally, I did. I did an MRI, and as the doctor explained it to me, the machine going up and down caused my disc to fracture, C4. So the machine's going up, my neck So my disc is scratching my spinal cord. That's what happened. It would eventually lead to more damage, all 3 levels of my spinal cord, none of which can be cured. Either one of them are deadly, but I have 3. Lesion from C4 to C7, tear, serous, hollowing into my midsection from T4 to T10 or something like that. That's something called axonal degeneration. Dead back is what it's called. I wake up sometimes and my legs aren't even awake yet. Every movement I take is effort. Talking. I have to talk and enunciate myself like this with the force of my voice because my tongue is so lazy. It's swollen. My mouth is swollen. My face is swollen. I'm literally numb from face down to my feet. I have these electric zapping pains in my tongue. My tongue sometimes moves on its own, or, just, like I said, it's just hard to even talk. I have pituitary tumor, TBI. My spinal cord injury led to TBI diagnosis, vision issues. I have arthritis throughout, from the neck down my spine all the way down to my feet. I have too many numerous things that's going on. And they're all called degenerative disc disease. And anything else I complain about is considered, I've been called a faker, faking my walk, faking whatever else is wrong. Somehow I'm normal. But I ain't in jail. That's where I should be if what they're saying is true. From the Army to the VA, even Social Security. And all it's done is lead me to the link. That it's all linked. And you all are in this together. And it was decided long before you came in office that this was going to be. That's okay. You can blame George Bush on this. Others can too. But it's not even his fault. It's a system that's always been there, designed. What you're doing to us is a purge. That's what it is. You're not testing us. I'm a spinal cord patient. How are you not testing me for international laws, VA laws, federal laws, director of medical that you're supposed to test me for? Sleep apnea. I'm fighting because you don't want to screen me for a sleep study. And then 2 years later, after writing your White House, writing the VA secretary, and complaining, I finally get a test. I have minor sleep apnea. I'm a spinal cord injury patient. These things aren't normal. They may be common for people like me, but they're a bigger issue because it's more critical. And yet they're all being ignored, all being covered up. My retirement 2012. It was no pleasure. It was just get out of here before you hurt somebody, before you lose your mind. Going through all this now still is quit, stop before you lose your mind. You put me in a hopeless situation, and that's what you do to us. What I'm going to say, it's going to people are going to feel I'm overboard or disrespectful. But most people in my situation aren't here anymore. They've committed suicide. That's what they push you to. I know I'm not suicidal now because my instinct was to go after them. And you know how hard it was to fight through that? People who are just humiliating you, disrespecting you, lying, and you have no one to turn to, no help. You know, my retirement award was a meritorious service medal. Hell, I got two of them on the wall. One of them happened after my spinal cord injury, which I could earn in a year. I went back to work. I never quit. I never quit my whole time in the Army. They put me out because of my spinal cord damage. They did. And then gonna hide it? How am I supposed to feel? Meritorious Service Medal. See, here it was. This is from the Army. It means nothing to me. It's from Fort Bragg Medical Center. Nothing to me. You know nothing about my service, and you put me in there, and you decide that you're going to cheat me, lie, and not just lie, humiliate me by calling me a faker, a cheater, a liar. These are supposed to be medical people. But they knew they could do it. Because you're not going to do anything. Congress is not going to do anything. All you people do is talk shit. That's it. You know, the frustration I feel, the anger I feel, has nothing to do with this. Nothing. This I will weigh probably always. That service, that's why I won't take them awards down. I'm not going to rip them. I've earned those. This was part of a lie. This is a piece of history. Can't get it. Your signature, right? For service in the Armed Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. I extend to you my personal thanks and sincere appreciation of a grateful nation for your contribution and honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with devotion, duty, and spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration for those who will follow in your footsteps and for all Americans who join me today in saluting you for a job extremely well done. Best wishes to you for your happiness and success in the future. Commander-in-Chief, Presidential Seal. I would tell every soldier in this country, don't go. Every parent, don't send them. You think I want somebody to follow my footsteps? I fought for my soldiers. I stood on people's desks, compromised. People say, I could have been a sergeant major if I just shut my mouth. I'm not. Not for what's wrong. And I know people are afraid, you're going to come and get me. I'm going to slip. They're pushing me to make me do something or say something that can cause you to arrest me or put me in jail and shut me up. Well, shit. I've been watched by the VA. I've been investigated by Secret Service. And who knows who else. My account's been hacked. My Google doesn't even show likes or dislikes or comments because you guys blocking it. I've had TRICARE with a false number put in it from some asshole in Orlando. I've been called by the Wounded Warrior Project and said my medical records were on some guy's computer who no one else will call me back to notify me or confirm that. I've been through everything. And I have people like cardiologists say I'm faking. Some lady, and I can't even call her out there because that ain't what she is. Some lady decide to say I'm faking my tremors. Everything is documented with me. So I must say to the people who respond to this, hey, maybe this goes nowhere. Maybe this is just for me to say, for me to get off my chest. But family, friends, whatever you think you are to me, don't call me saying I shouldn't have done that. Unless you put in my shoes. And like I said, most of those people are dead. So I'm standing for them. And that means I'm standing to anything and anyone. I can't disrespect you. I can't disrespect the VA Secretary or Congress. I can't. Because you are killing me. How do I have, how would anything I say and do disrespect you when you are jeopardizing my life? So you know what? Let me end this now, Mr. President. This is not just for you. This is all the past. This is your watch. Fuck you too. Come on. I got